Hey, man, we live right now, man. Listen, a little different form, man. Not the same virtual background, but the same fellas to get fresh crew, man. Speakeasy Sports Show, man. Spike Reed, David H. Bloom. What's
Yes,
going
sir.
down, gentlemen? What's going on, man? What's up? What's going on? What up?
Ain't nothing much, man. Doing a little bit different today, but we still here. So let's get it. Got a whole lot to talk about as usual, and you already know exactly where I'm going straight to my guy David Bloom with that Clipper talk.
Oh, damn,
more. Damn. Every single show, man. All right. Come on. It's a little different. We're not at the bar. I don't got my lights set up. I'm not even prepared. Spike Reed, you go ask me this question. I'm gonna make myself look a bit better.
You got Clipper slander? Well, go ahead.
We get well. So the first thing that I hear today, the very first thing I heard when I woke up this morning was that they talking about blowing them up. I heard they talking about blowing up. There was a report that came out that the Clippers was going to blow it up. There was a report that mainly when I talk about blow it up, there's a report of one, Kawhi talking about we need to get a point guard. The guy who talked the most out of everybody is pretty much on his way out. They said they need a point guard, and they also said that the one thing that they're trying to blow everything up. So you know what that means. If you're going to blow up a team and you got Kawhi Leonard and you got Pandemic P on the team, what player you think is going to get tossed in that blow up? That would
be I see.
Oh, do tell.
The thing is I'm hearing those reports, but I'm also hearing reports from inside the organization saying that these players are going to stay, that these players are going to be playing together here for a long time and are going to be a piece that's going to be built around instead of shopped. I know a lot of people think that the only way to win is to shop PG. I'm not opposed. This is what I'm hearing. Now what I think. I'm not opposed because if we can go out there and get somebody that's gonna maybe score a little bit more in the postseason or be a little bit more consistent, I'm all for it, man. He may not be the most efficient player of all time, but he still has a good enough market to a lot of teams that want to go get him. But what I think is going to happen is that these two players are going to stay, and there's going to be a search for a point guard that can steal the ball. That's what I think.
Trash,
that's what I think.
This is how you know this team is going. What y'all blowing stuff up for? Remember?
There's no reason.
New Balance commercial, billboards. You over here playing the symphony like you the maestro. What up, Will Five Stud Muffin? You doing all these things, and I'm sitting there like you talking about blow what up? No, not what? Not what?
Look. I still have my little bit of Paul George saltiness for what he did.
What did he do?
Drop 10 in a closeout game?
Oh, I know you ain't talking about Paul George. Paul George not showing up. Somebody else didn't show up.
Yeah,
I'm also not happy with my boy making all the New Balances commercials, commercials. But
why? First of all, it's a New Balance. They're comfy, but ain't nobody wearing no damn New Balance. They comfy though. They comfy.
Once again, I love how it always starts. See, I'll be the first to slander Pandemic P. I mean, that's like one of my.
Yeah, no, we know. Like,
we're well. He didn't mention Kawhi at all for real.
Like, I don't know what it is with me and just having this just major obsession with slandering guys named Paul. But Paul Pierce and Paul George are like my two favorite slanderable people on this planet. Like, I really
warranted.
Yeah, I really, when Mac, you remember we used to play and you got to get up for a game, like you start getting pumped, you start getting amped. It's like, it's time to play. That's how I get when people start talking about Paul Pierce and Paul George.
Wow,
pre-game
amp.
Yeah, I get this feeling deep down inside, like, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Pour a little bit of water on my head, all that. Like, I'm ready. Let's get it. So I just love how I say
that's how we're starting the show. All right.
I just say that to
a little bit Thursday action, and we're starting with Spike Reed getting ready to just diss on as many Pauls as he possibly can.
Why are you going? He's just going to gloss over. He just glossed over Kawhi Leonard's terrible performance.
That's what I was about to say. I say all that to say that everyone repeatedly goes straight to Pandemic P as much as I do love slandering him, and they ignore that Kawhi dropped 14 points in a game 7. I will never let that go because that's what a lot of people try to do. They try to protect this dude's legacy. This is the same guy that they tried to put on the same level as LeBron because Bron got hurt last year, and they love to say, oh, Kawhi is the best player in the world. He held teams hostage. He held teams hostage.
Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah, the thing about it is,
what's up?
He put up good numbers in about every playoff game but two. Two of the most important games, I will say. The most important game, he puts up 14 points. And as much as, I don't want to come up here and slander Kawhi Leonard. I don't want to do that.
I do.
I know y'all do. But the point is I can't ignore that performance in itself. I think that looking at all these games and you say, all right, pick out one performance, it was just the most important performance, and not only him, but the entire team around him. I think like Trez put up 20 points in garbage time for no reason whatsoever, but we needed like 20 and 30 and something like that because it's Game 7 of the second round, and that's a big deal.
I know
but nobody seems to think it is.
I know a guy that's still getting disrespected from a series in 2011.
Come on,
but Kawhi just did 2 games, and they ain't even talking about it.
They act like it didn't happen. They have done everything but talk about his performance. We blame Dot, we blame Pandemic P, we blame Pat Bev, we blame we blame everyone except for the guy that dropped 14 points in the game 7.
This guy needed to put up at least 25, and he put up 14. They went cold for about 7 minutes in the fourth quarter behind him, taking all these shots that he normally makes. That's the hardest part of watching this team as a fan, is these are shots that the team normally makes, but they're just missing. Because on paper, this is one of the best rosters, but in the locker room, this is one of the worst rosters.
Not for long, because they blowing them up. And here's the thing.
I do not think they're going to blow them up.
You know, so but put it like this: when I say blow up, when we say blow up, like put it like this: are they really going to keep? Are they going to really be able to keep Trez though? Are they?
Nope.
But that's not blowing it up. Blowing it up is giving up on this whole.
That's 6 man of the year, ain't it?
True, but that's not. But just because you let him walk because you don't have the money that he wants, you're not blowing it up.
And what about Paul George? What if Paul George dips?
If you go and you trade Paul George, if you don't get enough value, like if you go and you get a couple picks, then that's all right. We give up. But remind you, it's year 1. This experiment is in year. This is going into the second year of this experiment.
Championship or bust.
And to answer,
it's a disappointing year 1, but it is year 1, man. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't.
D-Walk, I feel you. Will Foster.
To answer Will's statement, absolutely. They have. Here's the thing.
Look,
let me put it this way. Will they trade him? Probably not. Should they trade him? Absolutely. The reason why they won't is because when it comes down to, they gave up an absurd amount of picks for him and SGA and Gallo. They get that's the problem. And Paul George, if they would have been like a 1-for-1 player or even like 2-for-1, then probably. But you traded away picks up until 2027. You got to stick with him. They were that stupid that they did all that for Pandemic P. So you got to stick with them.
That's why I said it was championship or bust. Don't act like this is an experiment, Bloom. They did all those trading because you hear what Spike just said. Look how many picks they gave up.
2027, bro.
Yeah.
It's over. And see, the thing is, one of the things that people love.
Might not be here in 2027. 2027.
That's a long time, man. That's a long time, and so that's what they love to do. Like they try to what a lot of players do generally or whatever with the championship or bust thing, right? So Paul George was one of the guys who came out and said, "Oh, this wasn't championship or bust," as if we have a lot of years of experience to go. But that was not the energy that they had at the very beginning of the season. That was not the energy they had in the middle of the season. That certainly wasn't the energy they had on opening day and on Christmas night. They was talking about we already winning the championship. So now all of a sudden it's 1 year. It's an experimental thing. No.
That's what David Bloom just said.
Paul George, if the Clippers are smart, they will get rid of him. The problem is people know now what he does or lack thereof in the playoffs. So while he can still get a bucket, I'm not acting like he's trash, but the fact of the matter is he's officially has that James Harden reputation in the playoffs. So it's going to be hard to move that. It's going to be really hard to move that. So I think they'll probably still stick with him. You know what I'm saying? They'll probably still be.
You don't think there's some team, because you know how these teams go, man. They're analytically driven. You don't think some people are gonna see his points per game in the regular season and give him money? Because that's what they do nowadays. They pretend like they worry about winning games, and they see how much points and his field goal percentage and his defense. You don't think a team is gonna be like, yo, Paul George still that dude, though. He that dog. He got that dog in him now.
Yeah. Yes, that's your question. Yes, absolutely. But I don't know if there's going to be any contenders that are willing to give up a major piece for him, because regardless, and that's the one thing that I always say, and this really goes back to like how people judge LeBron. And I actually put up a post earlier on my IG. I put facts are greater than narrative. That's the one thing everyone got to always remember. Facts are always greater than narrative. Paul George is a perfect example of that. Wow. The narrative on Paul George is this dude is a star. That's the narrative. So whenever you watch a Paul George, you under the assumption, okay, you're going to get star tangibles. The facts are that Paul George, yeah, he can play, but he comes up short all the time. So that's why you don't give up a bunch, like, do what they did. You don't give up 7 different trades and 7 different picks and 2 guys for one dude who is not a star by fact. He is a star by narrative. And that's what it really comes down to here. So I think that as long as people keep judging players by narrative, yes, Paul George can find another home.
D-Walk says this: Lou Williams probably getting traded. You think so, David Bloom?
I wouldn't be shocked. I'll tell you, if there's a trade that's worth it, I think that there are a lot more people on the table than we think. But then again, looking at Lou, yeah, he didn't perform in the playoffs, but Lou had a great season. And last year, Lou had an even better season and a great playoffs. The reason why we look at Lou, and Clippers fans, Clippers haters, like 2 people that I know, and just objective NBA fans, you look at you and you think, you look at Lou and you think, I don't know. But that's because, all right, you've just watched Lou have a horrible playoffs. But that is just recency bias kicking in to say you don't see the whole picture of Lou. You see him have this one bad playoffs. You see him make these bad choices. To me, that doesn't warrant a trade, but that's my opinion. The front office probably sees what he did and is saying, well, if we can get a good deal from this guy, I think we do it. I think he's a trade chip.
I agree with you, but here goes the thing though about Lou. Like how long is Lou gonna be decent though? Lou getting old now.
Yeah, what's Lou about? 30, 31, 32?
Lou been up there. He don't look like he be in the gym either.
No.
He be in the gym like my guy.
He got that lemon pepper diet, man. That's why he ain't in the gym. That's all he do. He eat them wings all day.
Lap dance Lou, we call him.
You ain't got time to work out when you get lap dancing.
Bust it open Lou, you know what I mean? What the hell was you doing in Magic City? The wings is good. I'm sure they are. I'm sure they're terrific. There's other things that are good too.
That's what I'm saying. Alex Caruso missed his sister's wedding to win. Lou Will couldn't go 2 months without hitting the strip club. That's crazy.
This is what I try to tell people. There's levels to this. I ain't trying to hear nothing about nobody wanting to be in no bubble. Didn't nobody want to go to that bubble? There's levels to this stuff. Alex Caruso's like, listen, I love you, but we trying to win a chip.
Come on, man. For real, I mean, if we keep it in a buck, his sister should have pushed the wedding back. But that's just me.
Don't get me started on that. Don't get me started on that. That's a whole different story. How the hell you gonna have a damn wedding when your boy could compete for a championship? Are you serious?
Let that have been my sister. I'd have told her,
look, my God, me and my sister would have had a problem. Problems.
I'm in the NBA. I'll pay for your wedding later. You will cut it until we get out the bubble.
Because real talk, there ain't no guarantees they get back. You know that. Let's be real now. There ain't no guarantees. D-Walk said, I think he only got 1 year left on his contract, so people can take that, just get the money off their book. I see you on that, D-Walk.
But how much is Lou really getting paid?
That's the question.
He's not getting nothing crazy.
No, it's not Chris Paul money. He's not getting Chris Paul money.
Ain't nothing Chris Paul money.
Nobody's. I'd take some Chris Paul money right now to go do what he did on the Thunder. Please,
Man.
you kidding me?
Yeah, what's old busted open Lou getting? You know what I mean?
He's actually getting more than I thought, but he's getting 8 mil. He's getting 8 mil. 8 mil a year.
That's more than I thought as well. That's not
That's not for what how he has the potential to produce.
Oh Lord,
that's a good
potential.
Deal.
Oh Lord, if I had $1 every time I heard somebody say potential,
Jeez.
Lord. You know what? Speaking of potential, man, you know what? That's a good segue. That's a good segue, man.
All right. I'll leave it. But I got some more to say.
We can always come back to it. But there's something that's been on my mind. Listen, y'all can kill me for this. I don't give a damn. Wait a minute. What?
Here we go.
No, man, I'm nervous.
Yeah, Swag, we got the new look for the day, Swag.
Yo, Swag. Oh yeah, just for right now, man. This the backup when we talk when our fellas is off doing their thing. Zicky moving, doing his thing. Scooch got some stuff going on. But hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait, why the hell are they talking about LaMelo going first in the draft? What am I missing? Y'all gotta talk to me about this. Wait a minute.
It's draft season now.
We have to come. Listen, let me hold on. Before I let y'all go, let me just tell you why I'm feeling that way.
Go ahead,
with all due respect. Now, listen, I know he shot up like a weed about 6'7", 6'8". Now I don't give a damn. There's a lot of people 6'7", 6'8". But like my thing is, I don't know. Wait, hold on. How? Okay, I'm gonna put this out here, and then y'all can take it.
Yeah.
So people keep telling me he's balling. Do y'all know the league? I'm just put it out here. Do y'all know the league that he's balling in? 2 years ago, Bogut was the MVP of that league. Y'all know that, right?
2 years ago?
Yes.
So yes. Bogut was like in his 30s.
Yes, and he was the MVP of that Australian league. So first of all, I'm gonna put that out there.
Oh, God.
So what everybody's telling me is he's number one. I go, what the hell are y'all talking about? Did you hear what I just said? This is facts. Bogut in his latter years was the most valuable player of the league.
Yeah, 2 years ago he was 33. So he's my age.
Andrew Bogut holding an MVP trophy is something I never thought that I'd ever.
Thank you.
Just standing there, just like with
guys,
this.
Y'all gonna have to explain something to me. When did this dude jump all these ballers in Division I college and all these ballers from overseas? Like when did he? What the hell am I missing? What the hell is going on right now?
You know what it is. You know what it is. There's a couple of reasons. First of all, this is a weak draft year. There's just about 3 guys actually good.
Number one spot.
Yeah, but I mean, So number one,
and I like the kids, and I even mess with LeVar. LeVar's just too loud.
Yeah.
It's not even about the Ball family because you can't hate on a brother that raises 3. Well, he has a wife too. I'm acting like this Negro raised these kids by himself. Stop with all that. Everybody, listen. Can I get a white lady some credit? She was there.
Yeah, she was there.
Hold on,
she was there. Miss Ball was there. Tina Ball, I think's her name. Yeah, she was there.
But no. So this ain't about hating on LeVar. I think people like to hate on LeVar because he's loud and stuff like that. But LeVar, at the end of the day, he has 3 kids that are viable into the National Basketball Association. I just don't know why is his son so highly touted all of a sudden. What the hell happened?
So I think it's a combination of a weak draft, and Minnesota got the number 1 pick, right? So
they do.
So I mean, Minnesota. It really just comes down to what the teams need. What that specific team needs. Like I remember there was chirps of him going to Golden State and being out there. That wouldn't make no sense to me personally because he is a point guard. He's a 6'7" point guard that shoots long range. Well, there's another point guard that shoots from long range, not 6'7", but obviously it's not
marksman.
Yeah, it's not the same thing there. So I mean, when you look at it in those terms, I feel you. I like LaMelo, but I don't think he's number 1. But it just terms of what you need. Because let's say Minnesota, I mean they got D'Lo, but is he really a point guard? Like he's a point guard, but not really.
Masquerade. He's a shooting guard.
He's more of a 2.
Yeah.
He's more of a 2. So let's say you just got to look at who the Minnesota got. So Minnesota, they don't need a big man who Wiseman is because Golden State will probably mess around. You know what I'm saying? Grab him. You know what I'm saying? They don't need a big. That's the State needs. Yeah, that's the only thing. It just comes about what the teams need.
But my thing about Spike, I agree with everything you're talking about from a basketball perspective. You're speaking logical. What I'm trying to say is he good? That's what I'm because everything you said sounds like a very smart GM. You'd be a hell of a GM one day, Spike Reed. So you're speaking. It's D-Walk said it depends on the team. D-Walk, no, it really doesn't. Can he play?
Can he play? Listen. I mean,
can he play?
I guess the question comes down to, for y'all, do you believe that Australian league is better than the NCAA? That's what it comes down to. The competition. I don't either.
How many of those guys playing in that league at that young age,
or getting to the league, the league?
I know. Yeah. I think is RJ Hampton in that league as well?
Listen, with all due respect, I've been watching basketball players for a long time. I've been watching basketball players for a long time. Earl Boykins was a hell of a basketball player.
Yeah.
That dude could ball. He still had to go to Greece to make money though.
Yeah.
Because no one would put him on the team. He was playing in the league, and he's 6 inches smaller than LaMelo. Mm-hmm. What I'm trying to say is, wait a minute, is he good?
I remember when I was in college, one of the best players that we had was Scotty Reynolds. Y'all remember Scotty Reynolds?
Yes.
Scotty Reynolds was a beast. He was the I want to say 1 year he was pretty much one of the best players in all NCAA. Didn't even make the league. Crazy. Didn't get drafted. Let me put it that way. Didn't get drafted.
I was
That's how it works.
That goes to show it's just about who the team needs.
I agree with everything you're saying. I agree with everything you're saying. Like, I'm just like, I remember when I was growing up, man. And then when I got to the D League trial in Arlington, man, I had 2 D League trials. One was in Anaheim, one was in Arlington, and that was the one where Sean Rooks got rich, and so was my coach. And he, basically not coach. There's a bunch of people trying to get on a damn team, but he was coaching. They put everybody 5-on-5, and then the whole thing was he's running 5-on-5 basketball games until the end of the weekend, and they would try to pick somebody up. So I'm just running on with Sean Rooks. You know who was there that people might have forgot that I thought was one of the best players? Melvin Levitt was there.
Damn.
Yes, bro.
Damn.
That dude, Melvin Levitt, was at the D League trial trying to make it to the league, and he was still banging on dudes.
Of course.
What I'm trying to say is, when I was growing up, that dude could hoop, man.
So you're right. Ultimately, Bowling, good looking out. I'm not really a hockey guy, but I saw a jersey. I had to get it. If I was going to get any of them, I would get a flyer. I would get a flyer. You
got to get a Blackhawks jersey, though. Yeah.
I was going to ask him about the Blackhawks jersey. Anything on the back of it, or is it just?
It's just.
You see D-Walk. See that? I don't know if I agree with that. You can't say that, D-Walk. You can't say that. How could you say that?
What, good on offense, bad on defense?
How can you say LaMelo? He got better than Lonzo on offense.
You haven't seen LaMelo play in the league. We've seen Lonzo play in the league. Yeah, Lonzo was MVP material, and Lonzo doesn't have a shot. We all thought Lonzo was going to be better. He's been in the NBA. And he's surviving in the NBA, man. He could start for the Pelicans right now.
I'm going to have to go ahead and agree with Mr. D.
How?
Sure. LaMelo can shoot better in college, but Lonzo was draining a bunch of threes at UCLA, gets in the league, has a wonky shot. Everyone thinks it's quirky. It doesn't work in the league. He gets traded like 2 years later.
Too slow.
He keeps the Lakers from getting Jason Tatum. It's a whole thing.
That was weird. Yeah.
Lonzo Ball is every single game that he plays, he's a game away from being a bust. That's what Lonzo is. He is a game away from being a bust every game. So I'm sitting there what D-Walk just said. I'm sitting there watching LaMelo rain threes from damn near the 3-point line. Free throw line.
In Australia.
All I'm saying is a basket is a basket is a basket.
Oh, he was doing what Lonzo was doing in UCLA, fam. You know he was.
Yeah, but even at UCLA, I was never sold on Lonzo.
I didn't say I was sold.
No, I don't think he should have been picked 2 at all.
Hell no.
He was doing, he was playing well at UCLA. He was hitting these types of shots, and I'll give LaMelo credit, man. He can drain a lot of shots that doesn't matter where you are. I mean, you're going to hit the shot.
That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
He created this big buzz around him when he was at Chino with his brothers, and he was the youngest. And then LiAngelo does what he does, and even if he didn't steal in China, he still probably would have made the NBA. And then LaMelo comes in. Maybe. And Lonzo, Lonzo's in the NBA. Lakers get the second pick. Oh, here he goes to the Lakers. It's like a dream, which was such a terrible, terrible thing for the Lakers, because now they get, because of all this push for Lonzo and the Lakers, Magic buys into it, the organization buys into it. They're like, yeah, the kid from UCLA, from Chino, wants to go play in Los Angeles.
It's storybook. It's storybook.
It's a storybook. And then what happens? All right, well, if you're the second pick and you're that hyped, he's a fine player, but with the hype, he's a bust. And then you look at LaMelo.
Yeah, you're right. He's
trading threes.
He was about as hyped as LeBron. It was crazy.
Yeah, no, he was
hyping
Steph Curry, and he can't hit a jump shot. But LaMelo comes, he comes and he, starts doing the finger point on half court, and he's draining them at high school. And people,
it's when your father says you're better, Steph, though.
Well, that was obviously
that was a little bit
obviously.
But what I'm trying to say is it started the wrong narrative against the poor kid. He couldn't have just come in and balled when your dad say you're better than a 2-time MVP. I don't give a damn what anybody thinks. He still got two MVPs.
Yeah.
Should he have gotten a unanimous MVP? No, not unanimous. No, but he got one.
Lonzo literally lost a 3-point shootout to Bow Wow. And I'm not joking. That actually happened.
I'm with you on this.
This is an NBA player, and he lost a shootout to a rapper. So, that should tell you.
I hear he got a J, though. I
don't give a damn if he was Bow Wow and Mike. There should be no reason that he should be beating an NBA player in a 3-point shootout. See, these are the things. See, this is why you don't do that, though. This is why you don't actually, when you're playing your real profession, this is why you don't really, do it against somebody who's playing around, because when you lose,
I agree with that.
Nuts.
No, I agree with that.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy.
If I was ever an NBA player, I'm telling you right now, anybody that came on that court, a celebrity, they would have a problem. I would play like it's the NBA championship. They wouldn't score a bucket.
Oh yeah,
this is not cute. Because what happens is a lot of these players, they're actually fans of these dudes as well.
Yes.
See, and that's what happens. And let me tell you something. I don't give a damn if it was Drake or whoever y'all like. You gotta make. Let me tell you something right now. Right?
If it's Drake, you'll be fine.
24-hour fitness, 24-hour fitness, man. 24-hour fitness, Los Angeles. It was a few years ago. It's before I even met Spike. This is one of my first go rounds. Jamie Foxx came in there one time and I love Jamie Foxx. But I love Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx was getting that work, though.
Oh, but sure, you got to.
I was giving him that work, and I loved it. This is because this is before Jamie even really blew up. I love Jamie since in Living Color days. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was getting. I said I'm a bust his ass on this basketball court.
As you should.
Right. That was right after Ray. I said, I'm gonna bust this dude's ass. That's when I was young, boy.
Our ball and talk about Bow Wow and Mike. Yeah. And his character like Mike, he could beat Lonzo. But there should be no reason why the actual Bow Wow should be able to beat Lonzo Ball.
That's it right there.
And just so y'all know, I just looked it up, just for this one for you, Mac. I did look it up. LaMelo Ball in this league, he's averaging 17, 7, and 6 on 40% shooting.
So this is Dylan Matthews, though. This is Dylan Matthews from Australia. The season that LaMelo played here in Australia, they came in second to last on the table.
Oh, That's not number one.
That's coming from the land down under directly.
And that's number 1 draft pick. And
stop it, David. Stop,
Minnesota Timberwolves number 1 draft pick.
Hold up. We're not doing that because there's been plenty of college players that have cooked on their college team, but the team is garbage. We're not doing that.
He's number 1. Now did Melo cook? Yes, he did.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
National champion, him and McNamara. National champ, boy.
Yeah. That's
I'm just saying, number 1 pick. Damn.
But okay, so here's a better question, and since we're on the subject and to the chat, both of y'all and to the chat, what's Melo's ceiling?
That's a great question. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to while y'all answer that. While y'all fill that in, we'll come back to that. Man, I was looking at a couple of things. First of all, Stan Van Gundy hired as the Pelicans' new coach. Spike Reed, does that make a difference? Does that matter? Do they improve?
They improve, but slightly. I think Stan is a good coach. He always has been, from Orlando to Detroit. I think Stan Van Gundy's definitely a solid coach. However, I think the Pelicans. I really honestly think that they lose Ingram. And that is going to be major because Ingram's trying to get paid. Now, they're going to try to, they're going to throw some money at him, but I think Ingram just went from Showtime Lakers. So now he's in New Orleans. He want to get back in that spotlight. You feel me? So I think that Ingram will probably go somewhere that's a contender. I could even see him going to Miami, something like that. You know what I'm saying? I could see something like that going down.
That'd be a good fit. That'd be a good fit for him.
That'd be a great fit for him, running probably the 3, maybe even the 4. If he
Yeah, if he still want to do small ball, he can play forward when he goes small.
Easily, he could easily go there, and I think it's going to be a situation like that.
That's that'd be a good move.
Yeah, so I do think that they lose Ingram. Reddick got one more year left. I think he's going to try to force a trade because.
And I want Reddick.
I would love to have Reddick.
Everybody wants JJ Reddick, man.
Give me Reddick in purple and gold.
Is one of the best and most underrated 3-point shooters because people forget. People nowadays, they forget about who JJ Redick is, and because he's on the Pelicans, and because he's not in the playoffs this year, we don't see him as much. And he went
first time he's ever missed the playoffs. I think
first time ever in his entire career. We forget how good JJ Redick was, and not was, but still is.
He's a great.
JJ Redick can still hit the three.
If you can knock down the shot, if you can knock down the shot in the NBA, you have a job for life. Mike Miller, Kyle Korver. If you're a consistent knockdown shooter, you can have a job in the league.
Always got room for you.
Will Foster said he's a good coach. I don't think they have repeats. We'll see if he's a good coach, man. We'll see. He talks good on X's and O's and stuff like that and all this.
You don't think so?
He's a good coach.
Sound like you don't think so.
He's all right.
What bothers me is, man, you still couldn't, even though he was a young Dwight, you couldn't figure it out with Dwight, man. You're too rigid with Dwight. You got to understand Dwight's he's a different kind of cat. You too busy trying to make him what he wasn't. You know what I mean? Like, so I think you could have got more out of Dwight if you just would have let him be Dwight, man, and stop being. I said, that old school ball coach is fine, man. Like, but everybody ain't Pop though. You know what I mean? Everybody ain't Pop, like, and I like Stan, but if y'all gonna keep load managing Zion, it ain't gonna matter anyway. And y'all probably ain't keeping Ingram. Spike ain't really messing with Lonzo. They probably gonna lose Reddick. It's like
you want to build with Lonzo, then you're gonna be building for years to come.
Good luck running a team around Lonzo ball.
You try Lonzo.
He's a good
He played good D. He played good D though.
That's it. It ends there. Anytime you're a point guard and your free throw percentage is like 45%, he needs to knock it off. And I think Lonzo. What up, Lisa? Yeah, I think with or without Lonzo, it just ain't gonna work. Like, Lonzo is more of a liability than anything. So I mean, I think that
on offense, for damn sure.
Yeah, Lonzo just not. So I don't think, to fully answer the question, I don't think it's gonna make much of a difference. Pelicans maybe if Zion plays a whole year, they might make the playoffs, but that's about it. I don't know, because there's also other teams that's going to come up. I think that Phoenix is going to have a big year this year.
Yeah, because they're on the rise. They're on the rise. They're well coached, good squad, young squad. Booker's the truth.
Oh, for sure. Golden State's going to be back. So I think that the playoff spaces are going to be limited. So the Pelicans, even with Stan, they might mess around and miss the playoffs again.
They're reported to go again after Bill. I don't know if that's a good fit. I don't really know if that's a good fit. They got three shooters. That's weird to me. That's weird, man. Like, Bill, why the hell do they want Bill?
That makes no sense. I mean, the thing is, Golden State actually has the resources
That's
to do it.
Weird.
They got
it's
that
weird
pick.
Though.
Yeah, they got their pick and they got Wiggins, so I mean, they can push them. But at the same time,
so you're talking about Bill at the 2,
and where's Clay?
3.
Yeah, where's Clay?
He had the 3, I guess.
And
then Draymond at the 4, and then Wiggins at the 4, and then Draymond at the 5. Oh, hell.
First thing you need to do if you're the Golden State Warriors, trade Andrew Wiggins. He's not the real deal. He's not good enough, and he's not going to help you. He's an inconsistent scorer, and he is the opposite of what your team needs. Your team can score. You have two of the best 3-point shooters ever. You have a guy that an all-right defender in Draymond Green, and he's definitely gone downhill.
You called him an all-right defender? Dang!
I love it. Hey, David, keep going.
I
love defensive player of the year candidate.
Nowadays, no.
Hold that thought. D-Walk, I didn't say they was getting Bill, but don't act like they can't get Bill. They can get Bill.
No, they could. They could maneuver whatever they want to do.
They can get Bill easily, actually. Yeah. I'm not saying they will, but listen, when the people, every time I say reports, it ain't pipe dream. Anytime I reports it's from credible people. So I don't think it makes sense, but they can get him. But they can get him though. Hold on, Will Foster says that I'm asking this question on behalf of my cousin. He's a New York Knicks fan. What do you guys think? Not a damn thing.
Does not matter. What do they have? The 8th pick after losing?
It's not even about the picks. It's literally. I tell people, I say this all the time. When it comes to hallowed franchises, the reason why they're great is because of the infrastructure of the management. The reason why you still hear the Pittsburgh Steelers name mentioned is because of how they draft. The Rooney Rule and making sure African-American coaches get there, like all those little things that make you a great franchise. There's a reason why San Francisco was down for a decade maybe, but here we are. Here, back in the Super Bowl, the Dallas Cowboys is the only one that's surprising me but that's a management thing, man. Yep. And then before God rest his soul, Raiders, who am I thinking about right now? Al Davis. Al Davis, yeah. God rest his soul. But before he passed away, they were fired. The reason why the Knicks aren't good is they have the wrong owner, man. He hired Isaiah Thomas
owner in
all of sports.
Every team ever.
He hired Isaiah Thomas. He hired Isaiah Thomas just because he was a fan of him. Like, you can't do that, bro. I'm a fan of Tom Hardy, but I can't have him co-hosting the Speakeasy. Now we talking about right now.
James Dolan.
He's trash, man.
Is the same dude who threw out Oak. He's the same dude that gave his most credible, most loyal fan, Spike Lee. He gave him a hard time about coming in a certain part of the arena.
Are you crazy?
It's Spike Lee, and he's one of the biggest. Probably when you think Knicks,
he's the number one Knicks fan on earth. He's the number one Knicks fan on earth,
and he has to be a Knicks fan every single year, and you repay him by worshiping that garbage team. You repay him, by not letting him use that entrance and being mean to him. And then Oakley comes to the games, former Knicks player, ban him.
Disgusting. Have him escorted out. Like he got escorted out like the dude in the Malcolm X movie when he came up to him and he said that brother starving. They took him out with arms and legs and took him out. They took Oak out like they did in Malcolm X. It's crazy.
The only pass I don't give him a pass. I had to figure out the reason why he did it, because I always got to figure out the reason why people do what they do. He did it because of something Oak said on like a radio show. He's being petty. I don't condone it. I think there's other ways to handle it. But but this is what I'm talking about. When there's a rich kid whose daddy's giving him every single thing in the world, and then he got that beautiful. Listen, that dude has a hallowed franchise.
Yeah,
he has. That team will, I repeat, never do anything as long as he's there. I promise you.
Yeah, you can't get any free agents, and then the players that you can make trades for, no major player is going to want to go there.
D-Walk, you are very optimistic, man. I tell you, man. What picks don't mean nothing, man. They ain't smart with their picks.
They had the third pick last year, and they got a guy that wasn't even on the all-rookie first team. Hero did better. None did better. I don't know.
But this is what you got to understand, because
that's what I'm trying to say.
This is the only sport I'm very confident I can accurately predict. Seriously, when I can say someone's not going to do anything, I'm telling you for a fact, Knicks ain't going to do anything, because they have to contend with Brooklyn. Still got to contend with Milwaukee. Still got to contend with Miami. They still they still got to contend with Boston. They still got to contend with Toronto. They still got to contend with Philly.
Philly's coming back.
That's 6 teams off break.
Damn.
So maybe the only teams besides that they could they could maybe slip in is all right, so maybe the Magic will be the 8th seed again, or maybe I don't know, whoever. But the teams that I know for a fact, besides the Knicks, are going to be down and not even going to make the 8th or 7th seed, because those are the 2 seeds that you can go swoop up in the East. They're going to be the Pistons.
Yep.
They're going to be the Knicks.
Yep.
And they're going to be, and the only team that I think out of these 3 that will be on the rise eventually, as their players mature and improve, but right now they're still kind of down there, is the Atlanta Hawks.
Atlanta Hawks. Okay, I see that.
But they're on the rise.
Trae Young better start sliding his feet though. I don't care how much he score.
Yeah.
Trae Young.
Yeah.
Everyone. I told you.
Defense has got to come back.
I'll say this before and I'll say it again. Back. I don't care how many points you score if the person you're guarding drops 40.
Man.
It don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter. They pushing the wrong narrative to their kid. Yo, Trae Young. Trae Young don't guard nobody though.
You know what's funny is I always said that what would be a really
compared
good
to Steph,
look.
by the way. Compared to Steph, calm down with that.
Yeah, of course.
Calm down.
What I said, what would be a very good look, I always said this, that this is we're talking about LaMelo, is if LaMelo went to the Hawks, it would be the most entertaining
I'd watch.
Most entertaining losses I've ever seen. There would be the most entertaining 17-game win team in the history of basketball.
They would win no games, but wouldn't you love to just be like,
oh, I'd watch.
Hawks are in town. Let's go see them drain a couple threes and lose by 40.
Yeah,
let's go see them play no defense whatsoever and drop out 130 points.
To put a bow on the Knicks, man, you know the Knicks ain't never gonna do nothing because the most fun they were and the most entertaining thing was Linsanity. That's the most recent. That's the most recent fun they've been. Stop.
That was 19 games. 19 games of and
they were amazing. What I'm trying to say is that's what I'm trying to say is that's the last part of joy New York Knicks fans have had. That's crazy.
Oh man, to be a Knicks fan, boy.
And they let Brooklyn throw up that beautiful arena. I've been there. Barclays Center is gorgeous.
Oh, it looks amazing. It looks like one of the best.
I seen Paulie Malignaggi and Adrian Broner in that arena. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Ooh. Oh, as fire was fire. But you let them put up a new arena and that nice upgrade. They gentrified the hell out of Brooklyn. I can't even find 5 black people in Brooklyn no more. Brooklyn, I said, where the black people at? But they didn't did that, and they didn't move past y'all. That's how you know you guys need to get together. They've had time to build an arena and make a better team than you. That's crazy, man.
Come on.
They built an arena, and you know how hard it is to build an arena from scratch? They built an arena inside Brooklyn and have a better team than you before you were good. That's crazy. That's crazy, man.
Well, since we here, I know y'all got time y'all had some time to think about it. I need that question answered. What's LaMelo's ceiling?
Yeah, guys, the chat, tell me what the LaMelo ceiling is, man. I'm curious, man. I said I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, I'm gonna come back here and say I was wrong. I don't give a damn. But I'm just saying, is he good?
I'm gonna say his ceiling is Utah Jazz, Darren Williams.
And that was a good. He had moments.
That's a great ceiling. That is just like
he had good moments. He has Swaggy said he has, but what the hell does that mean, Swaggy? The hell does that mean?
Potential. Everybody's got potential. Everybody can, has potential to do something, but you can have potential, but are you gonna put in the work to get better? Swaggy, do you have the mental toughness? Are you durable?
True.
Potential.
What the hell is Monch? I love you, man.
I appreciate it, man.
Okay, real quick. I'm gonna Daryl Morey stepped down as the GM of the Rockets, by the way.
Don't get me started.
So what I want to do, I'm gonna run down real quick the timeline of his moves during his era, man. I'm gonna start this December 23rd, traded Steve Francis to the Grizzlies for a 2011 second round pick. February 19, 2009, acquired Kyle Lowry from Memphis. 2009 in July, signed free agent Trevor Ariza. 2010, acquired Kevin Martin for the Grizzlies and traded T-Mac in a 3-team deal. T-Mac was in his downslope. 2011, acquired Goran Dragic from Suns from Aaron Brooks. Hired Mike McHale as a coach in 2011. Traded Kyle Lowry to the Raptors in 2012. Signed free agent Jeremy Lin. Bad move. Jeremy Lin can't go left. 2012, acquired James Harden, others from the Thunder for Jeremy Lamb, Kevin Martin draft picks. Signed free agent Dwight Howard in 2013. Traded Jeremy Lin to the Lakers. 2015 first round pick and 2015 second round pick. Fired McHale as a head coach in 2015. Hired Mike D'Antoni in 2016. Signed Eric Gordon in 2016. Acquired Chris Paul 2017. Signed free agent Carmelo in 2018. Traded Melo to the Bulls for somebody I can't pronounce. That's how you know he was trash. July 2016, acquired Russell Westbrook from Thunder for Chris Paul and multiple future draft picks. February 5th, 2020, traded Clint Capella to Hawks, acquired Robert Covington from Timberwolves. So, with all that being said, was that a good tenure for Daryl Morey?
No.
Oh, damn.
No. Look at what that team was able to do. Nothing.
Ooh, damn.
Nothing. All those moves,
better than the Clippers.
Harden. Sure. But I mean, sure, but
better
it's like you build a team to win a championship, no matter how far you make it, it's still disappointing, isn't it? Oh no, I'm not trying to say the Clippers are the most disappointing team I've ever had to root for in my entire life.
I'm messing with you. Go ahead, bro.
but that's the thing, man. You want a GM that's going to come in and make the moves that are championship caliber. Sure, they've made it to the Western Conference Finals, but what did they do? They got stomped on by the Warriors. At this point, it's like
touché.
It's like at this point, the last Rockets championship was Hakeem Olajuwon, right? The back-to-back. Yes, they had a fantastic team with T-Mac and Yao. But Yao's injury really
Yao would have been one of the greatest players of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for
Yao's
sure.
injury is one of those things that when I look back on basketball, there are certain things that I just
that one breaks my heart, man.
That one breaks my heart because
Yao was Jokic before Jokic, man. Yao could do everything.
Oh, for sure.
Yao had the height, but Yao wasn't Shad Bradley. Like
Right.
Yao
could shoot. He could shoot. He had post game. He could pass.
Let him move into this era. He might get a 3-ball. You know what I'm saying?
Real talk.
So
man.
him going down with injury kind of sets this downfall. I think the best move is probably obtaining Harden, but at this point, it's like that doesn't even look good. When now you're like people are saying, "Oh, shop him." All right, well we go get Westbrook.
Crazy,
and what did Westbrook do? Exactly what you thought Westbrook would do.
Shop Harden where to
I don't know.
outer
Philly,
space. Who's better than James Harden? Who's better than James Harden?
Australia. I don't know where
I told you where I think you could send Harden, but that's it. There's only one spot, like I said.
But even that wouldn't change the fate of the Rockets.
We have to be real. Who's better than James Harden? But
not a lot.
Not a lot of people. Yeah, it's about 5 players. Probably 4 or 5 players better than Harden.
Who? Exactly. Because I'd still take AD over James. I still take AD.
LeBron, KD, AD. I hate to say it, but Kawhi. And I mean,
you're starting to wind down.
So 4 players.
I'd put Giannis over Harden as well.
I don't know about that.
I wouldn't.
Not in a million years.
Nope, I'll take Harden.
I am so tired of this Antetokounmpo poppycock. I'm tired.
I put him over Giannis. I don't think he's the best player in the league, but he's definitely better than Giannis.
Two-time MVP. Stop it.
No, Giannis. You keep him from the paint, and it's over. You can't do that with Harden. You keep Giannis from the paint, it's over. That alone right there tells you.
Eric Spoelstra cut off that faucet so easy.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? Giannis is very limited. Like again, just like Harden says. I mean, man, I wish I was 7 foot. You know, I actually got to learn how to play basketball. I can't. Could you
imagine if James Harden was 7 feet tall? Lord Jesus.
I just can't run and dunk. Jesus. You got to actually learn to play the game.
Euro step spin move. Euro step spin move. Layup. Man, I hate his game. Yeah. I just hate the way he plays the game, man. It is so ugly to me, bro.
Yeah.
He just barrels into people. I'm like, and they call the foul every time.
He get that favorable whistle like crazy. Harden obviously gets the most whistles, but
there was a time he shot like 21 free throws, bro, and the team shot like 7.
Yeah. No, Giannis has some absurd. Now, obviously, Harden has the most absurd whistles in history, but Giannis gets some absurd whistles as well too. So I mean. Now, I'm not putting Giannis over Harden.
I can't. Why, David? Why would you do that, David? Tell me why.
For one, when it comes to having Giannis on your team,
oh Lord,
I think one right now, just right now. This isn't just like in the primes. Right now, I would rather have Giannis on my team because he has a lot more to go.
Maybe
he's a lot younger.
Maybe
does he though?
Yeah. Then Harden to me has hit his ceiling and he's just kind of hanging there.
I'll take 56 points.
What a ceiling.
It's incredible, but
that's like Mount Olympus.
Nobody's getting paired with them. I think Giannis paired with the right people would do better than Harden paired with the right people.
I've been hearing that for years, bro.
Neither of them are paired with anybody worthwhile to take them anywhere.
But what I'm trying to say is,
hold on. Yeah, that's your hold on.
D-Walk,
let me address D-Walk's statement. He said if he goes to Golden State's over. Let me tell you, D-Walk,
I've heard that too.
It's not over. I'm gonna tell you why it's not over. One of the things that makes Steph, right? Everyone knows Steph Curry for shooting threes, right? That's what everyone knows is like, oh, well, Steph's the best 3-point shooter of all time, which is true. But the thing is, the reson why Steph is such the
most underrated finisher, bro.
He can go to the cup. Steph, because now if you know all he does is shoot threes, then you can just play up on him because you know he's going to shoot threes. The problem with Steph is you got to play up off of him too, because he can drive and he can finish.
Yes,
you put Giannis in that paint, you clog the paint. It's over for Steph driving. I'm telling you right now,
that is
as
so
crazy
true.
As it sounds, anyone who knows, Matt, you get it, David, if you know basketball, you would know that Giannis clogging the paint, Giannis on that Golden State team will make Steph Curry a worse player. That's the thing. I'm telling you that right now.
I bet that is the truer words have never been spoken. Let me tell you why. The one thing I hate about the disrespect that I hear from Steph Curry, he couldn't play in the league back in the day. Yes, he could because he would outshoot everybody. What the hell are you talking about? Are you kidding me?
Oh my God.
Steph in the 80s? Are you crack smoke? They couldn't touch him.
They would burn him at the stake.
Yes, they thought he was a wizard. They thought he was a wizard.
Yeah.
They would think Lord Voldemort walked into the damn court. But anyways, listen. Listen. The most disrespectful thing people forget, he is one of the best finishers at the rim in the world, man.
Yes.
That dude can finish at the cup, man.
Especially for his size compared to these guys that are extremely tall or extremely lanky and athletic, like Giannis, who, what Steph is able to do, it's incredible.
Hold on, D-Walk. I'm with you, D-Walk. You can't close the paint to stop Giannis with Clay and Curry. See, the thing is, but what I'm trying to say is, part of Steph's game is what Spike's saying is driving to the paint. If you just have to scout Steph for the perimeter, he's ineffective.
Nice.
And when I'm telling you, Giannis gonna be camping out in the paint, and then what's Giannis like to do? Take the ball at the top of the key for some reason. What the hell are you doing at the top of the key?
Essentially, what you're gonna do is you're gonna turn Giannis into a post player, which he should be, but he just ain't. But he just ain't. That's not who he is.
Agreed.
Like it's just like you just said. How many times have we seen? I've seen Giannis plenty of times try to run point.
I'm like, what the hell is he doing?
Not effectively, but he likes to do that.
You know why? Because they empower these players, man. With all due respect to Giannis, yeah, he's MVP. They empower these players too much, man. You know why? Because they make. Let's stop. They make so much money, and the league has changed so much that they are so scared of what these players might do and what they might not do. So they're scared to be like, yo, I'm gonna tell you right now, I couldn't be the coach. I'd be like, Giannis, you need to get your Greek behind on the block
every time.
Oh my Lord!
Every single time.
What about AD? Man, please, AD can run point.
AD, guess what? AD got a 15-footer. He got an 18-footer. AD can shoot. Giannis can't shoot. It's not the same thing.
He can't shoot.
Can't shoot. He tries them, but he misses more than he makes. So
when I watch Giannis come up the court and wave off, I said, oh. Oh, Lord. I said, Lord, I am so glad I don't play basketball anymore because I was ready to hit the ceiling. I go, did he just wave off a point guard? Are you serious?
Yep.
I mean, the Bucks don't really have that point guard that can shoot, so might as well let Giannis take all
hell no, David H. Bloom. No.
I let
never. I could never. If Giannis, look, I will anoint Giannis Antetokounmpo the best player in the entire NBA. Look, I think he's one of the top, but I will anoint him the best player in the entire NBA when he gets a consistent, consistent 15.
Jumper is all.
But he will be to me. I'm asking for is a consistent 15 and a halfway decent 3.
Hell no.
Something.
Hell no.
And I know it's not going to happen.
Let me tell you what's not going to happen because he likes to barrel into people. Euro step. Barely Euro step.
I think he's a great player, but I need a little bit more. You realize why he's not winning championships.
I tell people
because he's not a complete player.
I tell people all the time, and they just kind of bypass it as me just being like a LeBron fan. But in reality, not everyone's LeBron, man. When you get a certain place, especially in your NBA career, you are that guy. You play a certain way because this is the way that has gotten you to that level. LeBron James is a player that, when you remember, when he first came in the league, he couldn't really shoot like that. As time went on, he started developing his game. Okay, let me get a shot. Boom, I got a shot. Oh, the league is turning into a three-point league now? Okay, let me shoot threes. Boom. Yep. Oh, Steph Curry shooting half-court shots? Okay, cool. I got you. Boom.
Yep.
Like LeBron, not everyone can do that. Giannis is going to be one of those guys that he got to where he is now, and now they're giving him MVPs for it. Why would he change? Why would he change anything? If he's getting 2 MVPs in a row by not having a jumper, why would he just randomly get a jumper? He knew last year that he needed a jumper this year.
That's what I said.
They stopped him last year, and he didn't do it. So at the end of the day, that just ain't in him.
I remember that little nonsense. Yo, I don't like to play with people. I'm supposed to. I said, yeah, well, you should, bro. I don't like to play with players I'm gonna compete against. I go, well, you should because they're really good. They're really good.
They'll hit the shots that you can't hit.
And that's why they won the championship, and you went home in the second round.
All right.
That's why.
All right.
That's why.
Yo, I'm playing against them. Yeah, and that's another thing. That stupid narrative that we hated each other. Oh, good for you. Well, these players can like each other and still want to beat them. They want to beat each other.
The funny thing is that you say narrative because it is a narrative. It's not a real thing. Because they didn't hate each other. That's one thing old heads love to do.
Thank you. Yo, they hate each other. Y'all was out gambling, messing around with women, partying. Y'all was doing the same thing. It's just social media did not exist.
Bingo. They showed you they showed you on The Last Dance, like Michael Jordan actually did stuff that these players don't even do today. He was literally playing the Celtics in the playoffs. They played a game on Monday. On Tuesday, he was golfing with Danny Ainge, and then they played Wednesday. But oh no, they hated the players. Oh, but in the summertime when he was filming Space Jam, he had Dennis Rodman, Reggie Miller, all these cats coming on set to play pickup games. Mm-hmm. But they didn't do that in the summer. See what I'm saying? Like narrative.
Facts and narrative. But yeah, so we'll see what happens with old boy, man. But that leads me to my question of the week for the chat and everybody here. The greatest horror villain of all time is who? Spike Reed.
Greatest horror villain.
Of all time.
Okay, so I'm
different things. Horror villain and movie are two different things.
Yeah. So I'm going like this, just the same way that I go with like the Batman thing. You know, I'm definitely a guy because, you know, again, like me and Mac, you know, we two like big men, right? So I'm aware of how it is to operate when you are a bigger man.
Well, I think I know where you're going with this.
That's why I like, you know, that's why I love the Undertaker so much, because when you're a guy like our size and bigger and you have that athleticism and stuff like that, I love it. So for me, I'm going same thing with the horror films. I'm going with Leatherface.
Oh,
Leatherface is about 6'10". This dude is at least 6'8". He's about 380. And this dude runs like, I swear to God, if you see how fast this dude be running with that chainsaw, this dude be sprinting. He be catching. When I knew Leatherface was fast, when he caught this one dude that was probably looked like he's about like 23, something like that, skinny, just hauling, running for his life. That means when you're running for your life, you get an extra burst of adrenaline. That means you're running faster than you ever ran in your life, and he still caught him. And he's got a chainsaw. I'm like, yo, that dude right there, Leatherface, is scary. That is the best horror villain ever.
No doubt.
It's interesting, man. Dylan Matthews says Freddy Krueger, and Freddy was mine for a long time. For a very long time, pretty much my whole life, man, just because of what he's able to do. He's able to do every single thing based on his imagination inside your dream. It's kind of sneaky. He can kill you in your damn sleep.
It's just cheating. Really.
So listen, man. Listen, Will Foster, don't break this damn show with no slander. But
I don't need to hear nothing.
So I started thinking, man, like, because your criteria, I told you, it's all about your criteria. That's why I tell people about certain debates. The reason why I think our debates are better than other people's debates is you can make your own criteria. I'm not going to box you into a criteria. Spike Reed's criteria for a great villain is size and literally, and that's his criteria. My criteria is who I'd be scared of in real life for real.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I thought, man? Because Freddy does scare the hell out of me, man. But if you lucid dream, anybody know what lucid dreaming is? You can wake your damn self up, man. That's he renders them obsolete. You know who's scariest dude I ever seen for his core movie? Man, the Jeeper Creeper thing, man. That dude scared me to death, bro. That dude is, bro, the Creeper, bro. He might be the scariest of all time for the mere fact. You want to talk about speed, bro?
Oh, ain't nothing you can do with him.
Because he can fly, bro. He can fly. He's strong. He's fast. He really apparently can't die.
Yeah, even if you kill him, he's gonna keep fighting you until the 23 days is up.
Yeah, so your goal is to survive for 23 days, or not get chosen.
Basically. Ain't nothing you can do with that.
So I got the Creeper, man, because that dude scared me to death, man. Yeah, I was watching the original, man. I was like, yo, this dude's a problem.
Yeah.
He's a problem. I got the Creeper. Every 23rd summer, he gets 23 days to eat low. You gotta duck this dude for 23 days, bro.
That's majority of a month. Ain't much you can do with that.
That is pretty much a month. That's like a week off of a whole month.
You gotta. So put like this: you gotta duck him for a month, man. You gotta duck him for a month. Oh yeah, man. D-Walk, I'm with you. I'm telling you, man. I thought about it, man. I'm telling you, man, because we got different criteria. I don't know what David H. Bloom's criteria is. So we got
mine's a bit different.
We got the Creeper. What do you got?
My criteria, as I was talking about it last show, is I love complexity. Right?
Yes.
I don't love the guys that are just, and when it comes to horror movie villains, I don't love the guys that are outright scary. Because it's
Oh,
you know,
I think I know where you're going with this.
like the
I think I know where
guys
you're going with this.
You might. I don't
I
know
think-
because right now this is the movie that I'm gonna speak on is my favorite horror film of all time.
I'm gonna write it down. I'm gonna write it down in the
But
private
you write
chat.
it down. You write it down because I
I'm gonna write
love
it down
the
in the private
guys
chat.
who are complex
I'm writing down in the private chat.
because hidden.
All right.
T-Mac, you know me too well, man.
Hey,
You
all
know
right,
I
okay,
knew
go.
it too. I knew it too.
I'm gonna
Go.
tell you.
Go.
It is Tobin Bell
Yup.
Yeah.
and John Kramer,
Oh,
Yeah.
Lord.
aka Jigsaw.
Terrifying.
Because
Terrifying.
because Jigsaw. And let me explain this. Oh,
He's like, I want to play a game. I'm like,
First
no,
off-
I'm cutting my foot off. I ain't fooling with you. I'm just cutting my foot off, man.
I think they've come out with, they've come out with, I think like 8 movies.
I'm still on the third one. Don't
Too
spoil it.
many.
I'm still on the
Oh,
third
no
movie.
spoilers.
Don't
But I'll
spoil
tell
it.
you
I'm on
this:
the
they
third one.
found a way for Tobin Bell to be in every single one of them,
Genius.
like in flashbacks, live as Jigsaw on video.
Do it, Will
And-
Foster. I dare you.
I'm watching the chat right now. I'm keeping an eye on the chat, so be careful.
Will Foster go try some slander, man.
But the thing about John Kramer or Jigsaw or whatever you want to call him, especially the way Tobin Bell plays him, it's he's not
Masterpiece.
outright scary.
No.
What he is he's human,
He is.
complex, and at
Mm.
the end of the day, because I was watching this with my girl, and the whole conversation she was telling me, because I've seen these movies like 5 times over.
Wow.
She's only seen the first one maybe. She's telling me he's a murderer. He murders people, and I'm like, his goal is never to murder people.
What?
With John Kramer,
David
will
Bloom,
do,
he stacks the deck, bro. You know he stacks the
But
deck.
what John Kramer will do, the whole point about a John Kramer
No,
Jigsaw
you didn't.
game is that you can get out of it.
Oh,
Look,
wait a minute.
If he puts me in a trap right now, I'm not going to be happy about it. Don't get me wrong. But
Are
the
you
point,
kidding me?
David
but
Bloom,
the
are you
point is
serious?
it is a form that he believes is the ultimate form of rehabilitation. Those who do not value their life, because he was one person that had a lot stripped from him and taken away from him, he gives these people a
Oh,
second chance at loving their
Hell,
life.
He just made him a hero.
But that's the thing,
Yeah,
is he
you
puts
just-
people in traps that are designed unless you escape to kill them. He is
Hold
a
on.
villain, but he is complex.
Hold on, Bloom. So wait, would you or would you not say it was kind of effed up that he made someone saw off their foot?
I'm
And the
not
song
going to
wasn't
go
even
into that
sharp.
because
The
it comes
song
back
wasn't
a
even
lot
sharp.
later. I'm not saying it's not effed up. I'm not saying that it's not wrong.
I gotta watch the film. I'm only on 3. I'm only on 3.
But the way John Kramer sees it, right? The way he sees it is that he is helping these people. Is that he is giving these people a second chance to save their life and
You
love
listen to
their
this,
life.
buddy? Are you listening to this?
This
I am.
this is what it
I
says
am just-
in the film, man. This is in the film. This isn't me. This is in the film. This is why he's the greatest villain, is because he is not just a scary dude. He is not just, I want to kill you because I want to kill you because I have, I have bloodlust. He is the
I
type of guy
understand.
that is like, I have such complex methods. I'm such a complex
my
human being.
God.
He at the
David-
same time is evil, does
Let
not
him cook.
want
Let
to
him
be
cook, man.
evil.
Let him cook, bro. Go-
David
is
Bloom,
The
ladies
best
and
horror
gentlemen.
villain. You just agree that he's a fantastic horror villain, Spike Lee?
Oh, he's very hard to argue that. Are you kidding me?
Let me tell you something,
You
man.
can't argue that at all.
Let me tell you
He's one
something.
of the
No,
GOATs.
you're right. I'm very disgusted. Let me tell you something.
This is
man.
this is disgusting.
David Bloom, right before our very eyes, just
Oh,
turned
geez.
into Jigsaw's lawyer on his trial. He just went to the jury and he just provided
Listen.
But Jigsaw,
He really
of
did.
Why
Your
we
Honor,
should let
really
him go?
Technically,
Why we should say not guilty?
technically
That's basically
nobody
what you
died to his hand, so technically
Are
it
you
was the trap.
serious?
No, I'm
what
playing.
about that damn
I'm,
fleece trap?
I'm-
You ain't playing. You ain't playing.
A little bit.
Hold on for a second. Wait. Wifey says she don't like Leatherface for the fact he's based on a real person. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, Leatherface is based on a real person. And it is sad. And they really did. And the only reason why there's a movie is because the damn Texas newspaper, they're the ones that did that headline. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That was the headline, man. So I know that it always gives me that's what makes him even scarier. There's a little chill up your spine that you know he actually was real.
That takes the horror movie from here to here once you know that it actually happened.
But yeah, hold on, David H. Bloom. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You were talking about, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. I would like to express to you that my client isn't actually a murderer because you actually cannot place him at the scene of the crime. However, all you have to tie my client to this is, you know what I mean? What the
hell? You was inches away from saying, truthfully, he deserves a Nobel Peace Prize. You was basically saying, like, you really turned him into a hero. This is crazy. I'm sitting there listening to this, like, well, he's not really that bad. He's only.
But think about this. But think about this. He is the smartest villain.
It's hard to argue.
Everybody else, and there are fantastic, like, Leatherface, Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees. I think he's simple, but he's a complex background.
He's a killer machine.
Yeah, man. Exactly. But they don't have. But one thing that makes John Kramer better than all of those people, in my opinion, this is just my criteria. Everybody's got their own criteria. Is that he is so much smarter than all of them. The best thing that he does, and listen, the best thing that he will do, the thing that I watch and I'm like
murder people,
astounded by. All right, fine. Yes, he has been involved in people's deaths, but they've all got a chance to get out. So. But the point is.
You sound like Johnny Cochran right now, for real, yo.
Yeah, this is crazy.
But the point is the way he uses and the way the movie's written and the way Tobin Bell delivers the lines, just from a filmmaking perspective in this horror movie, is the way the words are used. The words are just so cleverly crafted in a way that he will tell you everything you need to know before you even do it. Everything you need to know to solve this puzzle, to get out of here, he will tell you in the first 5 sentences. But because you're so freaked out, you don't listen. I'd be more freaked out than anybody. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say, like, put me in there, I'd survive.
If I woke up with that little helmet apparatus,
you wouldn't be watching like, all right, what do I need to do? But that's kind of like
no.
But you watch the movie and you go back and be like, oh my God, if they would have just listened instead of freaking out, what could have happened? And that's hindsight 2020. That's Monday morning quarterback right there.
I'm gonna finish him probably this week, matter of fact, so I can know what the hell I'm talking about.
You finish him, come back on here, and you will be astounded by how far
talking about he ain't a murderer. Damn.
The one person too that for some weird reason didn't get mentioned is, and I can't wait for the next one to come out, which will be soon, is the man who I will never say his name in the mirror. That
Candyman. Ooh. Problem. Ain't nothing scary than Negro coming at you with a hook. I'm sorry, man.
That's
with slave issues. I don't want that smoke.
Man, that dude was. Anyone who's ever seen, especially the trailer looks scary. Yeah. Anytime you see a trailer that's scary, that's when you know. And Will, to answer your question, I actually didn't get to see it this week because I was filming, so I actually didn't get an opportunity to see the fight this week. I'm not ignoring your question. I just didn't get a chance to see it.
There ain't no real boxing on right now anyway. There ain't no real boxing on.
Ain't
no real boxing. Will Foster loves boxing. Happy birthday, bro. He loves all boxing.
Happy birthday, Will. Happy birthday, brother. Yes, sir.
There ain't no real boxing. Don't nobody care, man. Nobody care, man.
The last boxer that I love got his ass whooped by a white man badly a couple months ago, Mr. Bronze Bomber. That was so.
He got outboxed too. He got boxed him.
It was ugly. I was out there every single day. I'm heading to work. I'm on my story to this day. I'm excited. I look on there. I'm like, oh damn! I guess the day came, man. Like if that was.
I'm gonna do one more. Hypothetical before we get up out of here, man. And this was I wasn't gonna do this, but as far as debates go, because you know what, I want to nip this in the bud once and for all, man. Because damn it, Is damn it. You know what?
What a setup.
I already know what Spike's gonna be with this, man. But I'm saying I want everybody in the chat to chime in on this because I'm curious. Now, I ain't trying to hear any of this if he prepares BS.
Oh boy.
If he has, let me.
I already know where the slander's coming. I already know it. There we go. Let me get in my bag, man. Hold on. Let me get in my bag, man. Let's do this.
Let me be very clear because I think he might be the greatest comic book character of all time, without question. And I can talk about that a different day. The reason why I think he's the greatest of all time. But I don't want to hear this if he had time to prepare horse manure.
Man, you take it. How you going to take away his power? Like, how you going to take away the power?
Listen, because the guy I'm about to mention that goes against him, if he had time to prepare, it'd be a wrap. What I'm trying to say is, anytime I argue this point with someone, they always say, if he had time to prepare. Wait a minute. How come my guy can't prepare either? First of all,
they both got time.
Okay. You want to do that? Oh, you want to go there? Okay. So here's the question. If they both had time to prepare, who would win? Iron Man or Batman? It's not even close.
The man who's winning is Mr. Tell me. You will. That's who's winning. That's who's winning. That one in particular. That's the one winning. That's the one winning.
This drives me crazy.
Let me tell
you. How is he beating Iron Man? You just said Tony Stark had time to prepare.
They both got time to prepare.
Oh my God.
Okay, how about this? This is the what?
I got my stuff to say, but I'm gonna let Spike Reed say what he's got to say.
This is how this question gets answered, right? This is how this question gets answered. And now I need both y'all to be honest. All right, I don't need y'all to lie because it helps your point out. I need y'all both to be very. I was about to say effing. Very honest. That's how you know I'm getting in my bag. I forgot we can't go. I need y'all to be very honest right now, right? Not to prove your own point, but honestly, just answer this real quick, right? I don't need a full explanation. Yes or no? Matt, David, yes or no? Can Iron Man in any given way beat Superman? Yes or no? That's all I ask. Yes or no?
In any given, any.
Yes or no? Can Iron Man beat Superman?
Yes, if he had time to prepare.
If he could prepare, then yeah. Then
just like Batman when he got his little kryptonite stuff because he had time to prepare.
If Superman just rolled up on Iron Man out of nowhere, Iron Man would be done for. But if you had time to go grab some kryptonite and prepare, so would Batman if Superman came up on it.
Iron Man couldn't beat Ultron. He had to get the help of everyone.
Neither.
What could Batman do?
That's time to prepare. Good. Let me tell you the reason why I asked that question. The reason why I asked that question.
It's always one way. It's always they get time to prepare, but they don't get time to prepare.
I'm gonna tell you like this. Batman and if you all watch the I think it was the Justice League War. I think that was the one. Batman had a contingency plan for every single member. That includes Wonder Woman and Superman. So that means Batman is capable of taking down the most powerful entity, Superman, everywhere. Iron Man was struggling with Ultron. Iron Man Iron Man couldn't even beat Cap and Bucky. So how he gonna beat Superman who Batman beat?
This right there. See, that's the argument. I'm glad you said that, but that's always my biggest problem with why Batman always wins, because this is my problem. He beat Superman because someone made a damn comic where Batman beat Superman. That's what happened, right? Mm-hmm. I'm talking about if Batman can find kryptonite, if Lex Luthor brought Superman to his knees, then why the hell? We got to stop acting like Batman's the only one that beat Superman. So did Lex. So did Lex. Lex had kryptonite everywhere. So what I'm trying to say is the only way Batman wins against Superman is with kryptonite.
That's it. That's it. Is if he has time to go collect and make whatever he has to make out of kryptonite. Superman has like the most overpowered superpowers, but one of the easiest weaknesses I've ever seen in my entire life in a superhero.
What I'm trying to say is Superman is the X factor because they had to make that happen because they're the two biggest characters in DC. I'm talking about Batman versus Iron Man, 1-on-1, 2 months to prepare. Stop.
Iron Man, what the fuck? There is nothing that Batman could do.
Real quick, our bowling, they're playing the Giants. We better win. Yes,
7-7 right now.
We're 100%.
It's probably 2-2 right now.
Yeah, we're definitely 100% going to win. So yeah, our bowling for sure. We better win that damn game for sure. Now, D-Walk, I'm with you. D-Walk know what he's talking about. I like this guy. D-Walk know what he's talking about. He's the only one in this chat that gets it. You know what I'm saying? Like, D-Walk knows what it is. The fact of the matter is, Tony has struggled with much less. Batman has washed everyone.
But we're not talking about if Bruce Wayne and Tony Stark came on to try to fight each other. We're talking about Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Batman, but we're talking about Iron Man. Iron Man can do so much and so much more than Batman can. Do you see? Thanos he had to go collect all the stones with an infinity gauntlet that he had to get built. Iron Man takes a little bit in his shop. He's like, boom, here's my own. And you know what it can do? It can form fit to anybody's hand. And that's such a small thing that he's done in the grand scheme of everything that he can do. Iron Man's so savvy with technology and all that. Not only did he take the time to build himself many suits and all his friends many suits, but he built Spider-Man, a teenager, a high-tech suit that can kill somebody on sight. Iron Man is so much more that we haven't even seen in the movies that could take down Batman.
Look at Batman every day we twice. How can he beat? No one tells me how he can beat Iron Man.
With what? Give me the play-by-play of how Batman beats Iron Man.
That's what I'm talking about, David. No one gives me the play-by-play.
Play-by-play. Come on. What happens? What happens?
Play-by-play. And don't say EMP, please.
You can't keep taking away all her answers. I'm telling you.
The arc reactor is not electromagnetic pulse, so it wouldn't go out. The EMP would knock his heart out. It's not how it works. It's the arc reactor. It's an element.
Man. So what's going to happen is Iron Man's going to come in being mad cocky. He's going to fly in, come land there with some rock and moral music playing in the background. What's going to happen is, you know what I'm saying? You know how I go. What Batman's going to do, he's going to be like, I say D-Walk knows exactly where I'm going. He has iron suits as well. So as you saw in BVS, he got an iron suit as well. So
vibranium?
Vibranium.
They both. I'm not saying his iron suit's gonna be better than his, but I'm saying anything that he is. I was gonna say EMP because that could have easily took him out. That was my answer. You know what I'm saying? He goes in, hits him with the EMP. Iron Man hits the ground. He takes the same way that Cap and Bucky start washing him. Batman comes with his iron suit, takes the mask off of his face. One hit, done.
Oh my God. You see what I'm doing? You see what I do? You hear this? Do you hear this? This is the
I hear this. This is insane.
What I'm trying to explain to people that say Batman, his suit would not be taken out by electromagnetic pulse. It's not that kind of electricity. It just wouldn't happen like that. You can't just power down his suit.
It's happened before. Remember when he first in the first one when he flew up and the suit started again.
First.
Okay, so we talk about the suit now where he presses a button and it goes over his arm.
Hell yes.
Okay.
Are you kidding
me? I'm talking about Batman's greatest suit, he has 2 months to prepare. So what I'm trying to say is, you know what suit Iron Man would make with 2 months to prepare?
Against an opponent he would learn everything about?
Oh my God. I can't believe people
vice versa.
Iron Man?
You won't make a great point. Batman's rich,
but Tony Stark's richer. He's richer.
Yeah, but what are we trying to say? That Tony Stark is not rich?
They're both billionaires.
Tony Stark is a billionaire. They just don't say he is a billionaire, man.
They both got the same amount of bread. They're the same. They're in the same tax bracket.
Who's smarter? Who's a smarter human being?
Well, one's the world's smartest detective, and one's
my God!
Who is more technologically savvy?
Iron Man got more tech savvy.
Yeah, he does. So he could build more and fashion more to beat up
Crazy.
Batman.
But if you're the world's best detective, that means he can start figuring things out. You can start using his everything against him. For all we know, Batman can kidnap Pepper Potts and have, you know what I'm saying? He can do anything. 7-7.
Actually, like this is the big question, because it's so funny, because like this is how much love the Batman and respect that he's garnered over the years. Because the only inclination and only connotation you've seen of Iron Man has been the films. Like you've seen Batman the animated series, Batman the movies, Batman the cartoon, Justice League. This is like
Marvel's made this monopoly on mainly films, and then DC swoops in. They say, "All right, well, we can do comics and shows," and Marvel doesn't have that.
Dude, but I'm like, yo, I woke up one day, I was like, he would get washed, bro.
Too much. You know why y'all saying that? Because y'all are thinking of Michael Keaton and Val Kilmer.
Lord.
That's what. And George Clooney. That's what y'all thinking about. Y'all ain't thinking about the real Batman. Y'all ain't thinking about Batfleck. That's what y'all ain't thinking about.
But we're all thinking about one Iron Man.
That's it.
Perfect role for Iron Man. The guy that could
retire it forever.
You ain't thinking of my guy that's saying that if there's even a 1% chance in Iron Man, and there's a 1% chance in getting that's what y'all Heidi, you need to stop it, Heidi. You need to stop it. That was one of the hardest scenes of the movie. That was one of the hardest things.
I was very blessed to be in the premiere with at the Dolby Theater. I was very fortunate. I forgot even how the hell I know how we got these damn tickets. My goodness. We camped out inside of Meltdown Comics. I got up at like 4 in the morning and camped out and still got there, and there's still 15 people ahead of me, bro. And so I pulled to the chair, and so we there for 6 hours. They said they were giving away tickets to the premiere. We get in there, man, and I was like, oh my God, it's 15 people ahead of me, man. And we walk in there. As soon as we walk in, dude had 2 tickets left, bro.
Damn.
I know, bro. They had 17 tickets.
Oh, that's big.
Wow.
Me and Heidi. Then we go to the premiere. We go to the premiere, see everybody on the red card. We go up in there. I'm gonna tell you the part where people started groaning. That damn CrossFit part, man. People were like, what?
That was cold. What you talking about? Like that's.
I'm not saying I didn't listen.
he was out there benching like 300 pounds, 270 pounds.
Hold on. See, that's another thing. The disrespect to Captain America. Do you know what Captain America is capable of?
People forget that Captain America is a super soldier.
You know what he's capable of.
People think that Captain America has no powers. He is a vibranium shield, and he can
bench press a tank, right? Easy, right?
Super soldier.
Yeah, but Iron Man was getting washed by Cap. I'm talking about.
Because they're the equivalent. It's like 2 Captain Americas fighting. They have the same powers. And Iron Man was holding his own. He was holding his own against Bucky Barnes in Captain America.
Yeah, well, was he or was it? What was the? Because it wasn't Jarvis. It wasn't Jarvis. What's the new one? It was Friday. Yeah, it wasn't. It was Friday because he was getting washed and he said analyzing his fight practice. All right, Friday. So was that really Iron Man or was that Friday doing the work?
Friday, fam. He invited Friday.
I'm just saying at that point, what's the difference between him and fake Tom Hardy and Upgrade? Like, what's the difference between them two? They're pretty much the same dude. They're the same. Wow. You still Upgrade, right? It's the same guy. He just let the machine do it for him. It's the same thing. Like Batman's doing it all himself.
Invent Friday. It's yours. You invent it.
Yeah, I mean,
Wait a minute. Hold on, D-Wall. What do you mean he was strong? Can you please look up Captain America? He's more than strong. It's not my fault that the Marvel movies didn't do him justice. Captain America's that dude, man.
Captain America was. People forget that in the first movie, before he was Captain America, he was just like a small, scrawny guy that just like, all right, I'll join the army. They're like, hey, you're gonna be a super soldier, and he's like, all right, and then all of a sudden.
Toe-to-toe with Black Panther, toe-to-toe.
Black Panther is a full suit of vibranium, and he's a badass. And Cap went toe-to-toe.
Oh my God, this Iron Man slander has got to stop.
I mean, Iron Man.
Everyone, me and David, the first time I ever heard anybody with me.
Oh God! Oh my! Iron Man saved the world. Iron Man saved the world.
He find a way. Batman always finds a way. Oh my Lord!
He always
the
finds
entire
a way.
Universe.
Oh Lord!
I mean,
the whole universe and time and space and everything like that. He saved it with a click of his fingers, with a snap.
real talk. I forgot I already came up with the equivalent of what the a more fair fight would be for Batman, because Batman's not strong. He's just skilled.
He's a dude, and he's skilled, and he has money.
Well, let me put it this way. Iron Man, he saved the world, but he died doing it. Batman was smart enough. Batman was smart enough to save Gotham, and he lived. Batman took the flight.
What happened when Bane slumped him up, though?
He washed him. But that's Bane. You know what I'm saying? That's Bane. Bane would have washed Iron Man too. He washed him.
That's what I'm trying to say. Bane is about the equivalent of Captain America. Maybe. So what I'm trying to say is,
yeah. But again, that wasn't Batfleck. That was the skinny
guy.
Okay. That wasn't, you know,
this isn't the character anymore. It's the guy playing. Playing the character.
God, I love it so much.
That's fun.
Oh my God! Oh goodness, man! We better get out of here. Well, any final thoughts besides Iron Man slander?
I mean, well, I'm definitely gotta go finish editing this film and watch the Eagles. Hopefully they can do something with this game. I mean, but I am editing, so you guys please make sure that you check the film that's coming out. Me and Spike and Isaac called Discovery. It's gonna be on my IG page. So working on that right now. I'm sure if in the next couple of days, every day I wake up and see Undisputed the First Take or Twitter in general, I see Clippers news, and I love it because it's always bad. So it makes me smile. So I can't wait. I'm excited to see what the next couple of days will bring.
Thanks for hanging with us the whole time, man. Will Fazell, happy birthday, man. Dylan Matthews, appreciate
you. Will.
Everybody appreciate y'all for joining us, man, hanging in with us, man. We'll be back Monday. David H. Bloom, any final thoughts, man?
David H. Bloom. Just the Iron Man slander is just getting me a little bit, man.
Just lost for words, huh?
It's just getting me a little bit here and there.
It's too much, man. It's too much.
Y'all fell in love with Robert Downey Jr. Y'all ain't fall in love with Iron Man. Y'all need to stop. Y'all like Robert. That's what it is. Y'all like Robert.
I can like RDJ and I can like Iron Man at the same time. They're two separate, but again, they're together and they're incredible.
I was like, shut the hell up, Ben Affleck. My God, man. Shut up.
Batfleck. Hey, no, Batman ain't stand a chance, but if it's Batfleck,
it is all good.
Then all of a sudden, then we put our hands back and we're like, all right.
He cold, Heidi. He cold. That's
as much as everybody's hating, that's another thing. As much as everybody's hating on the Snyder Cut, everybody gonna watch it. Why y'all hating? Y'all gonna watch it?
I can't wait for that.
You're gonna.
You and I talked about this because we still think it's gonna be trash. However,
it's gonna be garbage.
No, it will be. It will be.
What if it's not? What is
it?
What if it's not garbage? What if it's not garbage?
That's what I'm saying.
He was on to something. Yo, Dylan Matthews.
Oh yeah.
That dude.
It's a 70% chance that it's going to be trash, but with that other 30.
What else? I think 1% chance that it might be pretty good.
It's even a 1% chance that it's good. Then we definitely got to say it. That's going to be crazy.
Yo, man, holla at us on Monday, man. Damn, I can't stand that dude, man. Take it easy, man. Damn,
we'll holla at y'all. Peace.
Yeah,